Well, welcome back to the news today. This is One on One. Well, this week, Tel Aviv is host to the International Conference on Homeland Security, a topic that Israel knows well. Well, I-24 News correspondent Matthias Sinbar was there and spoke with Avi Dichter, the former Israeli Minister of Internal Security and the former director of the Internal Security Service, the Shin Bet. Well, they spoke of the rising tension in Israel and the West Bank.
Avi Dichter, good evening. Thanks for answering our questions. Can we talk today about the third Intifada?
And I was a beginner, or partly beginner, at the first Intifada in December '87. I was head of Shin Bet when the second Intifada broke out in 2000. I think that in both Intifadas, the Palestinians and the Israeli Arabs understood they have lost a lot and they might lose more at the third Intifada. When you say they, you have to specify. I don't know when you say they, who are the they? They are thousands of singles, young people, or supported by adults who are trying to give freedom to their guts. And let's face the truth, we know that our neighbors don't love us. We have a peace treaty with Egypt, but it was the leadership of Egypt. It's not with the Egyptian people. We have a peace treaty with Jordan. It was the highest level of Jordan. It's not with the Jordanian people. We have a peace treaty with the Palestinians. We haven't canceled the Oslo Agreement and the Wye River Agreement and the Cairo Agreement. But nevertheless, we are facing a second Intifada and a lot of riots. We had, over the years, some rounds of violence. If you remember in 1996, post the opening of the tunnel in Jerusalem, we had in 1998 another round where we lost people, including high-ranking officers of the army. It was not Intifada. Nobody remembers it unless you were part of the counterterrorism. I think that when the third Intifada will come, we'll know about it.
So I understand that you agree with Police Commander Danino that doesn't mention in the press the words third Intifada.
Well, I think they are right. We are not at the third Intifada. Are the circumstances that might lead us to a third Intifada? Yes, because, you know, an Intifada is when they lose control and we lose control. You need both sides to lose control. I think that now, first of all, amongst the Israeli Arabs, the municipality leaders, they do understand that they can lose a lot. The Palestinian Authority, I'm not worried. They know exactly what happened during the second Intifada. I was head of Shin Bet. I'm telling you, the price, I heard it once from Yasser Arafat himself. He said loud and clear, the biggest damage and the biggest loss for the Palestinians during the second Intifada was Jerusalem. They have lost all their assets in Jerusalem, to remind you. The Orient House, they were sure that the Orient House is immune more than the American embassy in Yarkon Street in Tel Aviv. And in, I think in August 2001, we kicked them off of Jerusalem. Orient House and all the others, they lost Jerusalem because they didn't try even to block the terrorists and the people who are running the Intifada. Now, it's not that we are falling in love with Intifada. Intifada is something that both sides are losing. I think that they have lost much more than we did.
But the question is, does Israel has its own responsibility about that escalation?
First of all, we have to differentiate. You have in Jerusalem Palestinians, and you have in Israel Israeli Arabs. They differentiated. I remember when I talked to Israeli Arabs that go to Hajj in Mecca. When they cross the border in Allenby Bridge, and they are being interviewed by the Jordanians, who are you? Nobody says, I'm Palestinian. they answer one of the three answers. I'm Arab Israel, Israeli Arab, or Arab al-Dakhil, inner Arabs, or Arab 48, the Arabs from 48. They know that even in Jordan, it's not well accepted to be a Palestinian, although 70% of them are Palestinians. But I think that we have to differentiate with the Israeli authority, whether it's police or any other issue. We have to differentiate between Israeli Arabs and Palestinians in Jerusalem, because the Palestinians in Jerusalem, 300,000 of them, they affiliate with what's going on in Ramallah. While as the Israeli Arabs, they don't affiliate with what's going on in Ramallah.
So those Israel
They feel sympathy. They feel sympathy, but not more than that. I've never met, in my 43 years of experience with Israeli Arabs, I've never met one Israeli Arab who was ready to move from Israel either to Ramallah, Hebron, Gaza, Beirut, Damascus, or elsewhere. Not even one. And once I asked, in a conversation, I asked someone, so why don't you go there? And he told me, Avi, I want to sit with my friends to curse the state of Israel, to curse the commissioner of the police, to curse the prime minister, to go to bed, to sleep, knowing that I'm going to wake up in the same bed. That will never happen to me, neither in Ramallah, nor in Damascus, nor in any other place.
So do you think that Israel need to separate from the Palestinian problem?
No, Jerusalem is a different issue than Israeli Arabs. I think Jerusalem bears many sensitivities, many other problems. There are neighborhoods in Jerusalem that are pure Palestinians. There are some neighborhoods that it's a mixture between Palestinians and Jewish people, and it's different problems. I think that each Israeli Arab has to remember that he is, first of all, an Israeli citizen, that he is, first of all, under the Israeli law. We have to remember, the Israeli authority, the Israeli government, the Israeli police, the Israeli Ministry of Treasury, the tax authority, we have to remember that we must have an access to get into every single Arab village, into every single Arab neighborhood, whatever is needed to do, either to arrest someone, either to write tax, or anything else. If we are going to be like in other places in the world, and you probably know better than me, what does it mean to go into some neighborhoods in Marseille?
I repeat my question. Do you think that Israel need to separate from its own Palestinian residents in Jerusalem and, globally speaking, the Palestinian problem?
No, separation is not a recipe for solving the problem. How do I know it? We have disengaged from the Gaza Strip totally. 100% of Gaza was left by the state of Israel. We are on the line of 67 all along the Gaza Strip. Nevertheless, we are suffering a lot of terror activities from Gaza Strip, rockets and others. So it means that separation is not the best way and probably not the only way to solve the problem. We need to do some more profound steps.
Avi Dirte, as the former head of Israeli security agency, are you optimistic about what Israel is facing today and what it could face in the future?
My dear friend, in the Middle East, an optimistic person is a pessimistic with experience.
Avi Dirte, I thank you for answering our questions.
Well, that's all for the news today, brought to you from the Jaffa port in Israel. I'm David Matlin. Thanks for being with us.